As the state of Georgia braces for Helene this morning, crews across metro Atlanta are getting ready for big potential impacts. This is video from Cobb County, where the Department of Transportation cleared out storm drains and culverts on Tuesday to make sure they can function properly when the heavy rain from Helene arrives. This comes as troopers are clearing interstates and major roadways for safe travel for those evacuating. 11 Alive's Angelina Salcido has a closer look this morning at how the state is preparing for the storm.
We knew that this was coming.
Preparing for days.
We just didn't know when and how significant it was going to be.
Officials across metro Atlanta work ahead of Helene.
We have pre-positioned response teams and equipment to quickly address emergencies as they arise.
In Georgia, Governor Brian Kemp declared a state of emergency for all 159 counties.
I don't think there's anywhere in the state that's not going to experience some type of impact. I mean, this is one of those rare instances where I believe all 159 counties will receive some type of impact.
While Floridians prepare for the storm to make landfall,
We do have to pre-position supplies, because if we do have to open up shelters, we need to make sure that we have resources available, people especially available to manage those shelters.
Red Cross of Georgia CEO Alicia Doherty says their disaster relief volunteers are ready to help.
So as soon as we get the notification or the request for potential shelters, then we will mobilize our team and make sure that we are ready to open those shelters so that people have a safe place to stay, meals to eat.
Right now is the time to prepare. We've got so many things that's out there for the public. You have to make a conscious decision not to prepare.
Angelina Salcido, 11 Alive News.
GEMA already reached out to the Emergency Management Association Compact to bring in state partners from other states and resources as needed, and did stress that this will take some time. So if you lose power or water during the storm, no, there won't be a quick turnaround to get the power back on, which means you're going to want to make sure that you're prepared at home.
11 Alive's Joe Ripley spoke with the director of GEMA to learn how you can keep yourself and your home safe when the storm hits Georgia.
With all 159 Georgia counties potentially in the path of Helene, GEMA Director Chris Stallings warns heavy rain and strong winds could spell disaster statewide.
A lot of the trees are going to fall, and of course with trees falling, that blocks roadways, that takes down power lines.
The most important thing that we want to tell people in Georgia is to stay safe and have a plan.
Katie Baritone's work with the Red Cross says stay in the know, get access to weather alerts through your phone or a weather radio, and have a plan before the storm comes.
You want to be able to tell your family that you're safe and that you're okay as well, and communicate those plans to friends and family who are maybe out of state.
You'll want to move any loose furniture indoors. Keep an emergency kit with essentials like first aid supplies, medicine, flashlights and batteries, non-perishable food, and at least a gallon of water per person per day. Depending on where you live, you might want to shutter or board your windows. Renters should ask questions of their complex or landlord and make sure to have renter's insurance. And once Helene finally does hit Georgia,
Everybody across the state, once the storm gets to you, you need to shelter in place. It is not safe to be out. It's extremely dangerous.
Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
So as you just heard the Red Cross mention, you're going to want to have weather alerts turned on for sure. You can do that right now by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. It's going to take you to download the free 11 Alive News app, and that is where you can turn on those alerts.